A New York judge has delayed Donald Trump's sentencing for his conviction on criminal charges stemming from hush money paid to an adult star until September 18th. Now, this comes after the former U.S. president asked for a chance to argue he should have been immune from prosecution. In a written ruling, Justice Juan Merchan said that he will rule on Trump's request by September 6th, with sentencing to follow less than 2 weeks later, should the judge decide to uphold the conviction. Trump's lawyers must submit their arguments by July 10th, and prosecutors face a July 24th deadline to respond. The sentencing had previously been set for July 11th, just days before the Republican National Convention begins in Milwaukee on July 15th. The new timeline means Trump will likely have been nominated by his party to challenge Democratic President Joe Biden by the time he is sentenced. Merchan will now decide Trump's punishment, including whether to jail him in the thick of the general election campaign ahead of the November 5th election. Trump's lawyers asked Merchan to allow them to argue his conviction in New York State Court in Manhattan should be overturned. And this is due to the U.S. Supreme Court ruling on July 1st that presidents are entitled to immunity from criminal prosecution for official acts. A Manhattan jury on May 30th found Trump guilty of falsifying business records to cover up his former lawyer Michael Cohen's $130,000 payment to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. And that is to stay quiet about an alleged 2006 sexual encounter until after the 2016 election. The prosecutor said the payment was part of an illicit scheme to influence the election. Trump denies the allegations. And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York. Listen in.
The sentencing of former President Donald Trump in his Manhattan criminal case has been delayed at least until September 18th. The judge, Juan Merchan, says that he wants to consider the impact of the recent Supreme Court ruling that granted Donald Trump immunity from prosecution for official actions taken during the time that he was president. Donald Trump was convicted of falsifying business records related to a sex scandal during his 2016 campaign and faces up to 4 years in prison. The delay is a setback for the case, which was the first to result in a conviction of an American president. The sentencing was originally scheduled for July 11th, just before Trump was expected to become the nominee at the Republican National Convention. It's safe to say that this is a big win for Team Trump. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION The World.